It's not me,
Well,
okay?
I don't know that,
right,
I don't know your name, I don't know who you are,
right,
I don't
number
know
one,
anything about you.
Right, let me
You
just
won't
say
give
this
me
to
your
you.
name, will
Number
you?
one, I
So
don't
how
have
do
to
I
give
know
you my
that?
name.
You don't.
Number
So
two,
then how am I supposed
don't
to know
make a
if you are or aren't
presumption.
going to do that?
Don't make a presumption on someone.
Well, sir, you're standing
okay?
here refusing
I don't
to leave,
care.
so that would be my presumption.
I don't
wouldn't it?
care. Who are you first?
Police officer, just asking, can I help? Is there anything you need
Well,
to
no.
help with?
Could you identify yourself properly for me?
I don't
please?
need to identify myself to
Well,
ask you.
you're in plain clothes. You do. Yes, you do. It is part of your code of
Can we just
ethics.
stand over there because it's cards?
Are you guys alright?
We might need some assistance. Just give me a sec. Sorry, do you want to just come around here? Sorry.
Why would you need some assistance for?
I don't know who you are, do I?
Well, who are you?
Well, I will identify myself as a police officer because I'm on duty.
Okay. And your shoulder number as well, please.
2167. So
2167,
if you want to step
thank
over
you.
here, I'll explain to you why we...
No, I'm fine exactly where I am.
So obviously you just come up towards the gate with your phone out.
Yes.
It's quite suspicious. Obviously we don't know who you are. We know nothing about you. So
well, I don't know who you are,
Well,
okay?
I've just done it from-
And
I'm a
you're
police officer.
suspicious. Yeah, but even
I've
as
come
a
out
police
the police-
officer,
I've just
you're
done my warrant
suspicious
card.
as well.
Anyway, why aren't you taking pictures of that yard?
Because I can,
Why?
for public interest.
What is the public interest?
You're a public service, okay? I'm a
What's
member of the
interest in
public,
doing that?
okay?
Can we... I'll probably just get a marked unit.
That's alright, we're going to get marks.
Okay, so could you identify yourself properly, please?
Sir, I don't need
You're in plain clothes and you do, okay? If you're not going to identify yourself properly,
Well, I've
in front of
identified
this,
myself as a
in front of
police
this
officer.
officer, okay? In front of
This
this
is my police
officer,
sergeant who I know she's
it
a
makes
police
no
officer.
difference.
It doesn't matter.
It makes no difference. She is in plain clothes, sir.
I've identified myself as a
Yeah,
police officer.
and
I'll show
I
you my
will, I
warrant
will
card, and
actually,
that's fine.
yeah, I will
Okay,
carry
sir?
on talking to you, but I will not talk to her because she has not
That's fine,
actually
when you're speaking to me,
showed
that's fine.
herself as an officer.
That's fine.
So I will not engage with her.
This encounter at Collindale Police Station begins with a plainclothes officer refusing to properly identify herself, despite the expectation to show a warrant card when not in uniform. The auditor stands firm on this basic requirement, while the officer becomes defensive over what is clearly lawful filming activity.
We're all together. We've identified ourselves as police officer, showed my warrant cards.
Yep, and as I told you, I will.
Bringing it to a marked police, well, uniformed officer to come down.
And as I told you, I will gladly engage with you, sir. Okay, but as I said, because she hasn't identified herself properly, okay, I will not engage with her.
So
I
you
will
see
carry
why
on
we've approached
engaging
you,
with
right? Do you understand why we've
That's
approached you or
fine.
no?
That's
So
perfectly
do
fine.
you know why we've approached you? You know why we've approached you, right?
Well, you've approached me because I have a camera.
Yes, and you're facing it towards the backyard,
Yes.
which is quite suspicious to us.
Well, it's lawful.
Well, first
It's
of all,
perf-
you're
yes or no,
blocking-
sir?
You're blocking an access.
No,
by
I'm not,
standing
sir.
there.
I'm
You
standing
were.
on the actual
You were
pavement.
standing by the
I was
gate, so we
standing
have
on the
cameras
actual pavement here, sir.
there. We have cameras.
This is
you
the
were
actual
standing there.
pavement here. Okay,
Either
I
way,
was
we have
standing
vehicles
directly
coming
there,
through
sir,
here.
on the pavement. On the pavement.
Anyway, sir,
that
we've-
is the
we've
road,
got some-
not the
we've got
pavement.
some uniformed
Okay,
officers
so
coming
you need
downstairs
to
to speak to
clarify
you.
that. Okay, do not make stuff up. Okay, that's one thing that you don't want to be doing is making stuff up, sir. Okay, I was
Sir,
on
we've
the
got
pavement.
Sir, we've got CCTV
Yeah,
here, so
and I've got it all on camera.
Okay.
I'm on the pavement here, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so don't make stuff up. Okay, that's what the problem is. Okay, when you have officers such as yourself that make stuff up.
All right, sir.
And that's the problem. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
That's in uniform.
How are you, sir?
From the police, not too bad, sir. Can I ask why
Yeah.
you're
Well, first of all, could you identify yourself properly
No
for me,
problem. My
sir?
name's PC Basim, attached to Collindale Police Station. I'm a response officer.
And your shoulder number, please, sir.
2120 November Whiskey.
Thank you very
Can I
much.
ask you why you're reporting outside the
Well,
police station?
in 1 second, would you two ladies mind identifying yourself properly for me, please?
The officer's claim about blocked access doesn't match the footage, which shows the auditor standing clearly on the pavement where pedestrians typically have the right of way. His calm, measured responses stand in sharp contrast to the officer's increasingly tense tone, especially as more officers arrive to deal with what is essentially just one person holding a camera.
I'm dyslexic, that's why I'm asking you to identify yourself
So
properly.
just let you know,
Pardon?
PAO Darwood.
Okay, and your shoulder number.
I don't have a shoulder.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. So can I ask your name, please?
I don't have to give my name,
Can
sir.
I ask the purpose of why you're recorded?
For public interest.
Okay. And is that part of an audit as such, sir, for some reason? Are you an auditor? Is that what you do?
Yes, I do go around different police
Okay,
stations.
that's completely fine, nothing wrong with that. Can I ask the name of your YouTube channel if you have an audit trail or such?
No, I'm not gonna give that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Can I just ask why you're standing out here?
Well, first of all, could you identify yourself properly, please?
Because what, sorry?
Could you identify yourself properly for me, please?
I'm PC Roycroft, that's Condell Police Station. Is that good enough for you?
And your shoulder number,
You
please.
can see it.
Okay?
Go ahead.
I'm not good with numbers. Would you mind actually saying?
1880.
Thank you.
What is it that you're doing, sir?
Well, what did it look like, madam?
I don't know, you're filming me. Can I ask why?
Right, there you go.
Okay.
Exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I'm filming.
No, I'm at the front.
If I'm in Lincoln,
Yep.
can you make yourself free to speak?
Okay.
Okay, right, first of all, can I actually ask you why you did not tell me that you had actually put your body camera on?
Okay, well...
When it's part of your code of ethics under section 3.5 that
So-
you should tell me.
Okay, so prior to you talking to my officer, sir, I did visibly orderly tell you that my body worn camera was activated. You didn't appear to be
Okay,
listening.
if I missed that, sir, then I
Okay.
do apologise.
That's alright, not a problem, sir. Would you like me to tell you
Okay.
again? You can clearly see it's activated.
Yeah,
so
no, that's fine. And as I said,
so
if I did miss that before, I do apologise for
No,
that.
not a problem at all, sir. Okay, so how long do you intend on staying?
I don't know. I don't know, sir.
Okay. Just a bit wary, so obviously, that you seem to be filming outside the police station, which is completely within legal remit. It's just I don't need to catch officers coming in and out of their own personal vehicles as such.
Here we see a moment of professionalism, as the officer apologizes for not announcing the activation of body-worn video, which policy typically requires. It reflects a level of accountability, but the shift back to a confrontational approach soon after suggests the de-escalation was only brief and not sustained.
So can you see obviously why I potentially ask you if you wouldn't mind to not record outside of the police station?
Well, no, I will carry on doing what I'm here to do,
Okay.
and that is what I will do.
Okay. Have you been to other police stations at all today, sir?
That's irrelevant.
Okay. So you're not willing to disclose to me how long you intend on staying outside the
But
police
I don't know how long I'm going to be here for.
station? Okay.
Okay. Well, you made up a lie by trying to say that I was actually blocking when I was standing on the pavement.
Sorry, what-
So you need to clarify that, okay, and not make stuff up.
Okay, so can you listen to me now?
No, please
What
don't
was your
talk to me
name?
like
I'm
that,
not
please.
talking like anything, I'm talking
Okay.
like I've just asked you
It
what's
makes
your
no
name,
difference what my name is.
sir.
I don't have to
I'll
give my
refer to you
name.
as sir, is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so at the moment, you're posed as a bit of a risk, okay? A safety
What's the risk?
issue.
There's no
currently
safety
you're
issue.
standing in front of the gates for a police station.
I'm standing
You're
on
more
a
than welcome to
pavement.
listen to me.
I'm standing on
no,
a
you're not
pavement.
on the pavement.
This is the pavement. There's the road. That is the curb.
Do you want to listen to me?
That is the curb. So this is the pavement. That is the road.
Okay. You're
Okay.
more than welcome to stand over there by the cars. You just
I'm
can't
fine
stand
exa-
here.
I can
because
stand
this
here.
is where the cars come in for the police station.
Well, no.
right?
That is the road that they are. No, I'm not blocking it. This is the pavement. This is the pavement. Okay? No, I'm on the pavement. If a car comes onto the pavement, okay, as a pedestrian, I actually have right of way. So let's actually clarify
So
this.
what I'm explaining to you, sir,
Okay.
is what I'm saying about being an officer, a safety issue, is because you're standing here, we've got to make, that means that someone's going to have to stand here and make sure you don't keep walking in when the gate's open.
I'm not going in any area
Okay,
that
well,
I
I
should
don't know
not
you,
be.
so I don't know
Okay.
that. All I'm asking
Right,
you to do
answer me this
is to
question.
move over
Answer me
to
this
the
question.
car.
Have I gone through those blue gates?
I don't know, sir, I've just met you.
Have I gone through those blue
I
gates?
don't know, sir.
Right. Well, then go and check your own CCTV, and you'll see that I will not go into a restricted area because I'm not here to break the law.
So what are you
I'm not
doing?
here to break the law.
Why are you
I'm
doing
here to do what I'm lawfully here to do. Okay, to film.
Okay.
Right?
The safety risk argument seems questionable when the auditor is simply standing on a public pavement, where filming generally requires no permission. The officer's attempt to control where he can stand on public property raises concerns about a misunderstanding of basic public rights and freedoms.
You telling me that I am standing in the wrong place, considering I am standing clearly on a pavement, okay? You do not have the right to do
I
that.
said you're a safety risk because you're standing
I'm
by
no
the
safety
entrances
risk.
and the exits
Yeah?
to the police station.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly where
I've said
it's
you can stand
publicly,
further over here by the
exactly
cars.
where it's publicly
You can't stand
accessible.
here.
This is publicly accessible.
It's not publicly
Yes,
accessible.
Yes, how is it not?
It's the
It
access
is the
to
pavement.
police, it's the backyard of a
Yeah,
police station.
it's still
sir.
the pavement up to the gate. Up to the gate.
Why do you want to stand by the gate
Okay,
then?
because that's what I'm here to do.
Why?
Okay, because that is what I'm here to do.
But what do you get out of standing behind the gates? What,
Well, it
what
makes
are
no
you doing?
difference.
What you
I'm here to see how you guys actually interact. You got that other officer that actually went away that made up lies and bullshit.
What lies?
Okay, by trying to say I was actually blocking vehicles going in. Okay, the officer that you were talking to just there. Okay?
Yep.
Right? And that's
All right.
what the problem
Well, I've
is.
just
When
come
you
out
got
and spoken to
officers,
you. I
okay,
don't
that
know
come
anything
out, hang
about
on a
what
minute,
you
let me
said.
finish.
Okay.
Okay, when you got officers that come out and they make stuff up, and then the way that you've just actually tried to say that I have to go over there and this isn't publicly accessible, this is perfectly publicly accessible. Okay,
Well,
so
the only
please do
people
not
that
make
have
stuff
ac-
up.
I'm not making anything up, sir. The only people that have access to this is police officers.
Okay,
the
right.
Public aren't allowed
See
through
that
these
blue
gates.
gate? See that blue gate?
The public
Okay.
aren't allowed through there,
Yeah,
are they?
and I have
No.
not gone through there, and
Okay.
I will not go through there.
At the moment,
So
it's a
please
risk
don't.
that you're standing here.
No,
and that
it's
if
not a risk.
someone buzzes
The
themselves
risk,
in and
no,
you
the
try and
risk,
through,
the
that's
risk
the
is
risk.
when I go in.
Okay, but how do I know
Okay,
you're not
but
going to
until
do
I
that?
do that, I've done nothing wrong.
Okay,
Okay.
we want to try and prevent that
Yeah,
so that it doesn't
I won't be
happen.
going through that area.
You can say that to me, but people have tried.
Okay, well that's somebody else. It's not me.
Well,
Okay,
I don't know that, sir. I don't know your name. I don't know who you are.
Right,
I don't
number
know
one.
anything about you.
Right, let me
You
just
won't
say
give
this
me
to
your
you.
name, will
Number
you?
one, I
So
don't
how
have
do
to
I
give
know
you my
that?
name.
You don't.
Number
But
two,
then how am I supposed
don't
to know
make a
if you are or aren't
presumption.
going to do that?
Don't make a presumption on someone.
Well, sir, you're standing
okay,
here refusing
I don't
to leave,
care.
so that would be my presumption.
I don't
wouldn't
care.
it?
The accusations about having an attitude mark a clear escalation point, especially since professional standards require officers to remain calm regardless of a citizen's behavior. The auditor's mention of filing a complaint shows he recognizes the interaction is falling below expected conduct, particularly given that he is engaged in lawful activity.
Well, that doesn't make any
Okay.
sense, sir.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
really doesn't,
Okay,
sir.
I will
I
tell
don't
you
know
now.
why you wanna
I
spend
will
your
tell
day
you now.
doing this,
You
but
actually
if I were
have
you, I
a
would
real
ask you to
attitude
leave.
problem.
That's fine.
Okay, you
I
have a
don't think I've
major
been- have
attitude
any
problem.
attitude whatsoever,
Okay,
sir.
and I will be reporting you
That's absolutely
for it.
fine. You
Okay,
filmed me, I
because
filmed
you are an absolute. Oh man, it's not even worth.
Absolutely no attitude with you, sir. I've asked you. not
Yeah,
to
you
go
do.
there.
You've got a major
I've been very
attitude.
polite to you this entire time.
Okay,
I don't know what you're
no,
talking
you
about.
haven't.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so
Absolutely
what
fine.
I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on doing what I'm lawfully allowed to
Can
do.
you do it over by the car
No.
for me?
No, I
Why
will
not?
not, because I do not have to. Okay, I will go exactly where I'm lawfully allowed to go, and I will film exactly what I can see. Okay, I won't be going into any restricted areas because, as I said, I'm not here to break the law. Okay, I'm here to do a completely lawful activity, and that is exactly what I'm doing. Okay, and I should be left alone to do what I'm lawfully allowed to do. Okay,
But
if
I've
you
told
hang on,
you
if you
you're-
have a problem with that, then go and get me your sergeant or your inspector out.
Why do you want my
Okay,
sergeant or inspector?
because I'm entitled and legally allowed to actually ask for them. Okay, and it's part of your code of ethic that if I actually ask for one, that you should be on your radio and actually
just spoken to a
requesting one.
sergeant already.
It makes no difference. I'm requesting
My
a
sergeant is
sergeant.
the one that spoke to
I'm
me to come
requesting
down
a
here.
sergeant or an inspector to come down. Okay, until they come down,
what
I will
reason,
carry
sir?
on doing what
Can I
I'm
ask
going
for
to
what
do.
reason?
I don't need to tell you that.
Well, for me to ask for them to come
I
down,
don't
they
need to tell you that.
comply.
No, I do not need to tell you that.
Right. So obviously the issue that we have at hand, so just listen to me. I'm talking.
Yeah, you can carry on talking to me.
Well, so like I said, so now you're crossing the threshold.
No, I'm on
You
the
are.
pavement.
And you take a step
There
back
is
from
the
me, so
gate.
No. So right, here's the boundary.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
no,
that's the
yeah,
boundary.
and
Go
you-
in there.
and you clear-
Multiple officers continue disputing what appears to be obvious public pavement access, showing a potential misunderstanding of basic property boundaries, as pavements typically extend up to physical barriers like gates. The ongoing pressure from several officers over such a straightforward issue suggests either gaps in training or an attempt to intimidate.
Stepped over it.
No,
So I'm gonna ask
the
you-
boundary is still the gate.
Take a step back from me, sir.
I don't
please.
need
all,
to.
All I'm asking you is kindly take a step back from me. That's
I
all
don't
it
need
is.
to move
As you
anywhere.
can see, sir, the boundary's here. And you
No,
just crossed it.
no, where is the boundary? That's
fine,
the
sir.
boundary. That's the
Fine.
gate. Okay, and I'm allowed to go exactly on this pavement. Okay,
But the gate
where it's
threshold
publicly.
starts from here, doesn't it?
No, the
So-
gate goes
so
that
the-
way.
Okay, so the reason
Okay.
obviously my colleagues asked you to stop filming and recording in a public place is, like I said, you're more than welcome to do it at a safe distance. The only reason why obviously it's concerned for us is we use access to get in via the intercom, and potentially we might be entering sensitive material through the access point. Now, we don't want you filming and recording that, so obviously officers are coming and going. We don't need to record sensitive documentation such as their vehicle registration and such. You know, like I said, you're still in the right to
Right.
record.
Regardless, I can film whatever I can see. Okay, regardless to what it is.
Right, but so to me as a police officer, it looks a bit suspicious to why you're pointing your camera towards the direction of a police backyard.
Because it's something that the public pays for.
Okay.
and I'm entitled to film it and
Okay.
and lawfully.
And I'm
allowed
not
to
disputing
film
your
it.
legal right to film in a public place, sir. It's just where I said your camera's pointed towards the entrance of a police station,
Yeah.
a backyard of a police station.
Yeah.
Now, it'd be hard to say so whether it's accessible via Google Maps if you're saying it's not publicly knowledge, is it? It's not publicly published all over the internet as to what vehicles are coming in and out of the police station, are they?
I don't care.
Apart from yourself,
I'm
filming,
here. I'm here to look at police vehicles.
So watch out, you need to get.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So as you're saying?
Okay, I'm here to film police property that the public pay for.
Okay.
Okay, and as I said, okay, this is the actual payment. Okay, and this is what I'm here to do.
Well, so at the moment, you're now on police premises. You've now crossed the line into police premises.
What line is that? What line is that?
Like I said, by the gate.
Invoking Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act shows the auditor understands his rights around public access, as officers need clear lawful authority to restrict movement in such spaces. While the retraining comment may come across as harsh, it reflects real concern about the officer's apparent confusion over basic public access laws.
I already told you that. I told you that when I
You are such a joker, you really are.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Okay, and let's get it right. It's public property.
It's not public property.
Who pays for it? Who pays for it?
Original.
Who pays for it? Original, yeah. That's why you got an attitude. Okay.
I've been
Original.
very polite
You got a
today.
major. Yes, be quiet, will you? Okay. You are absolutely talking out your arse.
Okay. So can I just so let's get out of the road because obviously the vehicle's
No.
coming.
Okay.
Right. So I'm going to ask you to take a step back again because again you're crossing the boundary, aren't you? So it's clear,
I'm going
it's as
up
clear
to
as
the
that.
gate where I'm allowed to go.
All right. We're going to keep disputing this, sir. We're going to keep going back and forth. But clearly, as you can see, the gate is there. The boundary crosses.
Right. Can you tell me then where it actually says? Hang on. No. For it to actually be as you're saying, there needs to be a sign saying about no public access. Okay. Right. Can you tell me where that sign is? There is no sign
It's
there.
quite perceivable, sir. Obviously, you can see the gate starts here.
And the gate goes that way.
That's fine.
Okay, and the gate goes that way. Okay,
well, so like
I'm
I said-
allowed to go exactly where it's publicly accessible.
Right, and I'm not disputing that fact.
Okay,
But at this point,
so under Section
the point-
33 of the Criminal Justice Act of 1972,
Yeah.
okay, I actually have rights to actually be here, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so and you are actually preventing me from doing that.
Okay. So I'm not disputing your right to get into a public place, but the moment you step over the threshold, it's continuing to be on private property, aren't you? It's within the police boundary. So,
Public,
like I said,
public
sir,
property,
Police-
public
police
property.
station is
Who
not
pays for it?
private premises?
No, it's registered as a business. The police, all police forces are registered as businesses. Okay, but it is
Alright, so
a
my
public
sergeant is coming
building.
down to speak to you, and he
That's
will
fine.
reiterate what I have told you.
That's
so it's
fine.
fine. We can wait here.
The officer's inability to confirm whether any law is being broken highlights the core issue. Police generally need reasonable suspicion of an offense before restricting lawful activity, yet none is clearly identified here. This exchange shows how the entire confrontation lacks a solid legal basis, while multiple officers continue to push a position that doesn't hold up.
Okay, but I tell you, you seriously need retraining.
That's okay, sir.
Okay,
I recorded, you're recorded.
and that's fine, and I will be getting a copy of that.
That's
So don't worry
absolutely
about
fine.
that.
You do that, sir. It's absolutely fine by me.
All right, absolute joker.
Here's control then. Is it yourself or Royal Free?
Do you know what I'm asking, sir? What made you choose London Police Station out of all the police stations? Is it like a random scheduled order that you do?
Well, no, I do a number of different police stations.
Have you been here before?
Okay,
Have
so
you been to this one before? Oh, am I being ignored?
well, that's another presumption.
No, I've asked. It's not presumption.
Okay.
I'm asking. Have you been here before?
Well, it's irrelevant to whether or not I have or I
I was
haven't.
just making conversation.
Yeah, but that's an irrelevant question.
Okay, fine.
Okay, completely irrelevant.
Irrelevant to you standing up here filming, and I'm asking you if you've filmed here before.
Am I breaking the law? Yes or no?
We'll wait
Answer
for
the
my
question.
sergeant. We'll wait for my
Answer the
sergeant.
question.
We'll
See,
wait
you
for my
can't. You can't answer that
Well,
question.
apparently I can't answer
Okay?
the question.
You can't answer that question
Okay, sir.
because I'm not breaking the law.
Okay.
Okay? You've blocked my right of way, okay, which I will be putting in a complaint. No, I'm entitled to go all the way to that gate there, okay? This is all completely publicly accessible. Where is the sign saying no actual public access? There isn't one.
I don't think there really should.
There isn't
needs
one.
to be. It's a police
Yes, there
station.
does need to be.
Police
So you,
station, sir. Most
it
people
makes no
know
difference.
that.
You still have to have that there. Okay,
well,
so
we
you
can
need
have
to
a word
actually
with the
get that
people
right.
Put signs up. I don't know.
That's what I said. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Sergeant. How are you?
All right, thank you. How are you?
Good, not too bad. First of all, would you mind identifying yourself properly for me, please,
Who are you,
Sergeant?
sir? Who are you?
Would you mind identifying yourself?
Why is that?
Please? Because I'm asking you to, so that I can actually address you properly,
Okay.
and I can actually then tell you what my complaint is, sir.
Okay, I'm Sergeant Saywak. I'm based here at Condell Police Station.
Okay, and your shoulder number?
307.
Thank you very much. Okay, well, I'm just here doing a completely lawful activity, okay, and when I get stopped by an officer, okay, and get told that I'm blocking and standing in the road when I'm on the pavement,
Okay.
right, that's something that an officer should not make up,
Right.
right, and then when I then have this female officer here,
Okay.
right, that decides then that she wants to be rude, right, in the manner in which she actually addresses a member of the public, okay, that's not right.
Okay.
Right, and then I then also had another officer that failed to identify themselves when they were in plain clothes.
Okay.
Okay, and when you're in plain clothes, you are meant to produce your warrant card. Okay, which she failed to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so I would like to put in a complaint about all those three officers, oh, and then this gentleman as well, for actually obstructing my actual way as well.
Okay. Well, I'm.
Any actual issues?
Well, Colin said that he was walking down there to the car after about 2 days. And then he's allowed to stand by the cars, which I've informed him, but he's continued to keep walking up and down here. He walked over there and started filming into the backyard. And then, it's been a complaint saying that I was rude, a non-uniform officer was introduced his warrant card, I don't know who that was, and also about Harris blocking him from going into the blue gates. Those were the issues, yeah? Did I miss any?
Yep, those were some of them.
Some of them?
Yep.
Oh, I missed one.
Right, so what's
Okay. Well, first of all, Sergeant, would you mind identifying yourself properly for me, please?
Yeah, Sergeant Gregor.
Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
316 Northwest.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. What are your intentions for the rest of the day?
I don't know yet.
Don't know
I
yet.
have no idea yet.
Okay.
If there's an issue with the officer's conduct, we'll have someone review their body worn footage.
Yep, and
appropriate.
I will also request copies of all of the cameras as well.
Okay. Alright. What I'll do is respectfully request you do not go past those gates.
I won't be going past the
Right,
gates.
you're
I'm not
fine
here
where
to
you
break the law. I'm not here to break the law.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm just here to actually film what the public pay for. That is all that I'm here to do. Okay, and when I'm actually getting stopped, okay, from doing that,
Yeah.
okay, that should not be happening. I won't go into any restricted area. As I said, I'm not here to break the law. Okay, I'm here to do exactly what I'm lawfully allowed to do, and then once I've done my business here, then I'll be on my way.
Cool, thank you very much.
So, and that's how simple it is. So, what I'll do is I'll go back to exactly where I was, okay, where they were telling me that I could not go to, but then as you've seen from that, okay, Sergeant just sort of left me just sort of go with that. Oh yeah, I know.
The sergeant's arrival brings quick resolution, confirming the auditor's right to stand where officers had been stopping him. 3 clear takeaways stand out. Plainclothes officers must properly identify themselves. Public pavement remains public up to physical barriers, and multiple officers agreeing doesn't make incorrect information right. If this interaction made you think, drop a comment with your experiences of public photography, and subscribe for more police accountability breakdowns. Next time we'll look at how terrorism laws get misused during routine filming. This video is for education, not legal advice. Always check local law.